Jamaica has been on a steady path of economic growth for 7 consecutive years, ending 2019 with 0.6%. But since the outbreak of the novel coronavirus COVID-19 in December last year, the world's economy has been significantly impacted, and that includes Jamaica. With the country confirming its first case on March 10, government quickly implemented measures to manage and contain the spread of the virus. These included travel restrictions and subsequent closure for borders to air and sea travel, restrictions on public gatherings, a work-from-home order and curfews, as well as the closure of some businesses such as nightclubs, bars, barbershops and hairdressing salons, among others. According to the Planning Institute of Jamaica PIOJ, these measures, while necessary for public health, understandably impacted the economy in a negative way. In fact, it's estimating a 1.7% decline in growth for the January to March quarter of 2020, indicating that the economy has already started feeling the effects of the global crisis. The PIOJ is also projecting that the first quarter of the 2020-2021 fiscal year will see a decline within the range of 12 to 14% as a result of the fall in demand for goods and services and a barrage of global restrictions to reduce the spread of COVID-19.
This projection is based on information and expectations to date, which are very fluid and will change as new information becomes available. The extent of the decline is contingent on how soon the initiatives to boost economic recovery activities become effective in Jamaica and its main trading partners.
This represents the most significant economic decline we have suffered in 4 decades. It is therefore an imperative that we get our economy back to full productive capacity as quickly as possible. As of June 1, we have moved towards a broader opening of our economy. I cannot overemphasize, however, that this will be done in a safe way, and we must continue to protect lives while securing livelihoods.
So in a move to balance public health and economic recovery, the Prime Minister announced the relaxing of some of the COVID-19 control measures that were put in place. These include reopening Jamaica's borders to non-national travelers, a later curfew start time to facilitate longer opening hours for businesses, and the reopening of some establishments such as bars, barbershops, hairdressing salons, churches, beaches, and rivers. In addition, the work-from-home order was not renewed, and so persons outside of the restricted stay-at-home category are now allowed to return to their places of work.
We will transition from work-from-home orders to work smarter, work safer guidelines. The country must seek to maximize its productivity without compromising our health by reconfiguring how, where, and when we work, by integrating technology and innovation in all our business processes, and generally increasing efficiency of firms and well-being of workers. The COVID-19 Recovery Task Force has been working through their respective subcommittees to assist in developing protocols for industries and businesses. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has developed minimum protocols which are published on their website.
Prime Minister Holness says the measures to restore full operation of the economy are to secure income and safeguard the country's economic stability. This, he emphasizes, is critical, especially to the tourism sector, which earns over 50% of the country's foreign exchange, as well as the agriculture sector.
Many of our farmers depend on tourism. Over 300,000 Jamaicans, in some way, shape, or form, benefit from tourism in working.
And so, as the relaxation measures take form, the PIOJ says the pace of economic growth could be enhanced if certain upside potentials are realized.
Stronger than anticipated global demand associated with an early rebound in global economic activities. 2, faster than anticipated recovery of key industries due to the effective channeling of domestic demand to sustain productive activities, especially in the agriculture, manufacturing, and hotels and restaurants industries. 3, faster than expected recovery in local demand as firms rehire workers that previously lost jobs or increases numbers of hours for workers whose hours were reduced. And 4, stronger domestic linkages as local firms satisfy local and global demand which were previously fulfilled by the global supply chain.
In addition, several initiatives have begun focusing on the provision of strategic advice to the government on policy, plans, and programs.
Emphasis is being placed on providing analysis on economic, social, environmental, as well as external cooperation management issues, underpinned by an appreciation of the interlinkages for sustainable development outcomes. This work is being supported by the extensive network of partners for development, including the public and private sectors, the international development partners, and civil society.
The initiatives include the CARE program and policies and strategies being crafted by the Economic Recovery Task Force. There is also the National COVID-19 Research Agenda to measure and monitor the socio-economic impact of the pandemic in order to devise strategies on the way forward, plus the post-disaster impact assessment.
To inform the government's policy or program interventions during the recovery phase. So far, the core team has been activated and data collection instruments have been disseminated and reviewed. The monitoring and collection of baseline data is already in process.
Going forward, the government stands resolute in its strategies to build a resilient economy that can withstand the shocks of COVID-19. And so, with the majority of the labor force back at work, the call for persons to practice personal safety is reiterated.
We now have a better understanding as to how the virus is transmitted. We know the measures that we have to take until we get a vaccine. Let us follow those measures faithfully. Let us be responsible. And together we will overcome this pandemic stronger and better.